Welcome back, tennis fans. As we gear up for the 2024 U.S. Open, all eyes are on Coco Gauff, the defending champion who is eager to embrace what she calls a new opportunity. After a remarkable victory last year, Coco is back and more determined than ever to defend her title. Today, we're diving into Coco's mindset, her preparation for the tournament, and what makes her so excited about this new challenge. But before we get into that, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the latest tennis updates. Now, let's jump right into it and see what Coco has to say about her upcoming title defense at the U.S. Open. Last year's U.S. Open champion Coco Gauff is operating with a new motto in New York as she prepares to defend her title. The American plays her first match against Varvara Gracheva on Monday as she looks to retain the crown, after winning her first and so far only Grand Slam title in 2023. While Gauff only reached the fourth round of Wimbledon earlier in the summer, she has semifinal exits in both the Australian and French Opens this season. However, speaking to the press before her opener in New York, Gauff said she was looking forward to the increased pressure as defending champion. She said, "Yeah, it's a new year for a new opportunity. Really excited to be back here and have a great tournament. Obviously, coming in as defending champion is a little bit of pressure, but also more of a privilege because as my new motto is, if you defend, that means you won something before. I'm excited to be back here and hopefully have a good 2 weeks." Gauff only reached the round of 32 in the Cincinnati Masters warm-up tournament, but with her recent involvement in the Olympic Games in Paris, she was not too concerned with an early defeat. She explained, obviously I wanted to go into Cincinnati and win, but I had more realistic things in my head just coming from the Olympics and, switching surfaces so fast. So really, the main focus was trying to be as ready as possible for here, which I feel like was a blessing in disguise. I lost so early because I was able to actually train, which I hadn't been able to. I do my best results when I come off a training block. I was able to train for a good week and a half, and obviously still have a couple more days to do that. The last couple of practices have gone really well, which before, like during Cincinnati, wasn't having great practices. In Toronto, wasn't having great practices. Here I'm having great practices, which, doesn't mean I'm going to go out on the match and play great, but it does give you more confidence when you're actually practicing great the week before a tournament, yeah. The past year has featured a string of stirring firsts for Coco Gauff. First WTA 1000 title, first Grand Slam title, the number 2 ranking, and after a vote of her fellow Americans, being the United States flag bearer along with LeBron James. And now, arguably, comes the biggest first of them all, defending that U.S. Open title against a hungry, motivated field in search of the season's last major. We've had 2 successful major defenses this year already. Can Gauff follow the examples of Aryna Sabalenka and Iga Swiatek in Melbourne and Paris? No one wants it more badly than Gauff herself. A year ago, before she collected that first Grand Slam, she said she felt that pressure from the outside. Now it's coming almost exclusively from within. "Definitely from me," she said last week in Cincinnati. "Obviously, people want me to win more, but I'm 20, I have a long way to go. Most of my competitors in the top 10 are 24 or older, other than Iga Swiatek. Yeah, I have time. Obviously, I want to win now because I'm used to winning so early, but I think I've taken a step back and realize I have another 10 years in this sport, so I want to enjoy it." This is the mindset she'll need to navigate the swirling, stressful U.S. Open, which begins Monday. But it's not always easy to summon. Growing pains, both strategically and in terms of maintaining composure have been evident recently. Confidence, it's like money, hard to get and very easy to lose, said Martina Navratilova, a 18-time Grand Slam singles champion. She had great results last year going in. Now, she puts bigger expectations on herself than anyone else, and that's tougher to deal with. You know how well you can play because you've done it, and it's hard to understand why it's happening. Gauff lost in the round of 16 at the Olympics to eventual silver medalist Donna Vekic, the same stage she went out in Toronto to Diana Schneider. As Cincinnati's defending champion, she lost her first match to Yulia Putintseva. Gauff's body language in that taut third set was not a tribute to the power of positive thinking. There were 9 double faults against Putintseva, and this year Gauff has served up more than any other player. At a time when she was hoping for some momentum, she's lost 3 of her past 4 matches. And while the excitement of the Olympics, she competed in all 3 disciplines, could explain this recent dip, it's actually been a step back for Gauff from her breakthrough 2023 season. Yes, there was an early title in Adelaide, trips to the semi-finals at the Australian Open and Roland Garros, as well as the WTA 1000s at Indian Wells and in Rome. But, scratching beneath the surface, she's 4-7 against top 20 players this year and 3-5 against the top 10. 2 of those wins coming against the injury-compromised Ons Jabeur. Navratilova has some ideas on how Gauff can get her groove back. Dial back the second serve. It's not like she's getting hurt on the second serve. She gets hurt when she double faults, Navratilova said. You can get hurt with a little 65 to 70 miles per hour that lands in the middle. After losing to Sofia Kenin in the first round of Wimbledon last year, she went on a career-changing run, winning titles in Washington, D.C., Cincinnati, and the U.S. Open. Her signature superpower down that stretch was problem-solving. Gauff dropped the first set in 3 of her 7 U.S. Open confrontations and won them all. She won 18 of 19 matches on North American hard courts, then backed it up with solid results in Beijing and the WTA Finals in Cancun, to finish the season 51-16. Given all that's happened this summer, perhaps the early loss in Cincinnati was a fortuitous turn of events. Instead of going deep in Cincinnati and heading straight to New York, Gauff instead went back home to Delray Beach, Florida. Obviously, I have a lot coming up soon with the US Open, so I think just trying to reset and be ready for that, Gauff told reporters in Cincinnati. One thing I've learned is that I have had a lot of success so far in my career, and I always put the pressure on myself to do more. But sometimes it's good to just say you did well, and obviously you want to do more. I think I'm trying to take a step back and enjoy what I've done so far and use that experience to push me forward. And there you have it, folks. Coco Gauff is all set to defend her title at the 2024 US Open, and her excitement for this new opportunity is palpable. With the pressure of being the reigning champion, Coco is more determined than ever to prove herself once again on the grand stage.